anyone wishing to address the board tonight? Individuals addressing the board should take into consideration the rules of common courtesy. The public participation portion of the meeting cannot be used to make personal attacks against a board member or a district employee which are totally unrelated to the manner in which the board member or the employee performs his or her duties. If the comments constitute a complaint against a board member or an employee, the board member or the employee does have a right to request a closed hearing. If you could please state your name and your address, and we allow 5 minutes per person.
My name is Kathy Miller, and I teach at Hoover Middle School. This summer, I had the pleasure again of working with the Summer Enrichment Program. It's headed through the State and Federal Programs Office, and Man Kuhn was the person on site and who helped develop the program, and I know Kim as well was very involved with it. Last time I was at a board meeting, somebody was talking about the gems in our district. This is a real gem in our district, and I just wanted to tell you that it is a joy to be part of it. It is a joy to see the students. The students just thrived during this time, and we had kids who were finishing first grade through students entering 8th grade involved in it. And they were involved in math classes, literacy classes, and then classes that they chose that were fun classes, and had those math and literacy and science standards and social studies standards slid in there. And so the kids were having a great time while they were learning. I wish you had come to see it, because it was truly a joy to be there and a joy to see what the students were doing. The kids were happy. They were involved, and they were learning. So it was a nice thing to do.
Thank you for coming and sharing that with us.
Thank you, Kathy.
Could it be possible, Mrs. Winnie, that maybe we could contact the News Herald and maybe get a write-up or something about that?
Smashing idea.
Probably already thought of it. But that would be great. Anyone else wishing to address the board?
Motion. Support.
Motion by Mr. Masters, supported by Mr. Miller, that we close audience participation. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That passes 5-0. Next item.
3.01, discussion regarding superintendent position.
As most of you are aware, last Wednesday we had our second round of interviews with 2 candidates for superintendent. At that meeting, during the interviews, the board decided that they would like to think about it until tonight to make a decision, and the decision that we will make is one of two. Whether we would like to proceed with a town hall meeting with either 1 or 2 of the candidates to present to the community, staff members, all of that, or that we're not comfortable doing that and we would like to repost the position. That was the discussion that we had. So that's kind of where we're at tonight, and I will open up to the board for whatever discussion or motions or whatever that the board would like to make.
I'll just start with myself. I reviewed the additional reviews from previous week, and my stance really hasn't changed. I'm not comfortable with having 2 candidates to be able to go forward to present to the community. So, stance that we would work diligently to go through the process.
I'm comfortable hearing from one of them, but the other one, I'm not sure that I got the interview, to be honest with you.
So I guess if there's other comments, I guess we're looking for a motion as to what we want to do.
Having any other comments, then I would move that we thank the candidates for their time and go
Can you
forward.
speak into the mic,
No,
please?
sorry.
Kind of hard to hear what
Oh, no, that's quite all right. Thank you for pointing that out. I should be. I would make a motion that we thank the candidates we interviewed for their time and go forward with the process again to open up a pool of new candidates.
I'd go at least to see this one to the end. You don't like it at the end, I mean, I've never heard this happen, in this type of situation.
What's that? I'm sorry, what have you?
You select your pool of candidates, you interview them, get down to however we came up with 2, we came up with 2. And I would say that they're not comfortable.
No, again, I've been consistent in saying this.
I'm not attacking at all. So I'm just saying I've never heard this happen.
Fair enough.
So I'd say at this point, I'd bring them to the public, see what they say.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, again, I'm only speaking for myself. If I'm actually also trying to respect these candidates as well. I mean, and this may be why we need to have further discussion on the topic. But if just speak for myself, I'm not in a position where I can support them, then to me, out of respect for their time, I wouldn't want to go forward with that, but again, I'm only speaking for myself.
Going along with what you're saying here, if we do decide to do that, I think your pool's going to be less than you had last time.
Well, I don't know. I mean, things change, circumstances change. It's difficult to say. I mean, we've got a situation, candidates we know, and who knows what other, candidates might be around at this point. But I mean, we're talking about the known versus the unknown at this point. So I guess I've said more or less enough on that.
Mr. Riley, I'll second motion.
So the motion is to proceed with reposting the position, thank the candidates, and to repost the position. Is there discussion on that? And I guess I'll just chime in and say that my opinion hasn't changed, and I think I made it pretty clear when the first interview. I didn't think that we had viable candidates, but the decision of the board was to move forward. I don't think we need to bring them in front of the public if we're not comfortable with even one of them, which I would not be comfortable with either one of them at this point. So just stating my opinion publicly. Any other discussion? Okay, then we have a motion on the floor by Mr. Zorn that we do not proceed with bringing the two candidates before the public, that we would proceed with reposting the position, superintendent, to see if there could be a viable candidate out there. And Mr. Honeycutt has supported that. All in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Honeycutt?
Yes.
Mr. Masters?
No.
Mr. Myers is excused. Mr. Miller votes yes. Mrs. Stellini is excused. Mr. Zorn?
Yes.
Mr. Riley?
Votes yes. That passes 4-1. We will send a letter out tomorrow to those two candidates, and then we will be in the process of deciding where we want to go with next steps. Okay.
What are we looking at, the time frame wise on this? I mean, now you're talking to redo it, are we looking now in, before January now? What are we looking at?
With as much deliberation as possible. I mean, we open the field back up, and I'm, we need to move with diligence. We've thankfully got the support of our current folks to stick around. So, but I mean, we want to have the same approach that I laid out before Stan. We want to move as quickly as possible, as expediently as possible to get good candidates, and then have a transitional time. Still the same plan. I mean, if we were to lay it out, I don't have the answer right now, but certainly be.
We'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
And I don't think we have the answer to that
No, we don't.
exactly, because I don't know, we don't know what's there, but I just know that I'm not personally willing to settle and just take somebody because we need to get it done at that particular time.
Well said.
That's my feeling on it, so. Next item, please.
4.01, Superintendent's report.
Are you giving a report tonight, Mrs. Winnie, or is there not one?
I don't have anything in particular. I will just say that I'm really proud of the Read 180 program. And, it's a 31A program, and we put a lot of money into it this year. And to see the results this quickly is just amazing. And I'm very thankful to School Improvement and our state and federal department, because they worked really, really hard with the teachers. And the kids are getting the benefit, and that's the bottom line. It's what the kids need.
Well said. Have a motion.
Motion?
Support.
Motion by Mr. Miller, support by Mr. Zorn, that we accept the superintendent's report. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0. Next item.
5.01, committee reports.
Anybody have a committee report tonight? Next item.
6.01, milk and dairy bid number 2015-16. Motion. Support.
Motion by Mr. Zorn, supported by Mr. Masters, that we accept the bid for milk and dairy. I think we have that's all given to us. So, any discussion on that? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?